All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema Shabbat, Shema Kakodash? Double honor to the apostle, elders, great millstone. Shalom to the Akim out the Persian word and sincerity and truth. Yeah, I have this article. It's futurebusinesstech.com, and it goes into the world, futurism, and the times that it's gonna, Esau, he has an agenda. He wants to actually live forever, pursuing movies like Elysium. You watch these different movies where he's all about transhumanism, and having himself basically half man, half machine, so that he can upload his consciousness into another format to relieve himself from, basically death. And you have the world in 2070 top 9 future technologies. Now, before I go into it, I want to scroll to the bottom. So you have every decade top 20 future technologies in 2030, 2040, 2050. And this shows that this man really does have an agenda set. And he's trying to accomplish, these different feats, by the end of every decade, these websites and stuff like that. See, the super rich, they don't chat on Facebook all day, post niggas ain't shit all day on Facebook. That's not what the super elites, the rich, the 1%. See, they feed the masses bullshit. Whether it's food, whether it's information, they feed the masses trash so that they could preserve natural wealth and put themselves as basically gatekeepers in their own NWO, where you have to be fully subject unto the world that's being built around you, But nonetheless, like I said, I want to go into 2070. I could have went into the few other years, but I just want to go into the quantum leap of things and how this devil is really, really, really looking to push an aggressively heavy agenda, to put you down. So it says in 2070, significant technological advancements are changing the world forever. For example, artificial superintelligence is now a reality. Artificial superintelligence is defined as any intelligence that is smarter than most intelligent humans in virtual all domains. It is also defined as AI with consciousness and self-awareness that's equal or higher than that of a human. Many of artificial general intelligence from the last decades have been upgraded into superintelligence, and they are more intelligent by multiple orders of magnitude. Some people speculate that their IQ ranges might range anywhere from hundreds of thousands of millions, and that number is growing rapidly. Yeah, so he's looking to upload that, like I said, put that intelligence in the market. Super intelligence, uncompetitive super intelligence, to the point where nothing you do will be able to catch up with this type of technology. I seen a video with Kobe Bryant, and he goes into his training regimen, training 2 to 3 times a day, waking up extremely early, 4 in the morning. And it was like, after a while, if you do this on a day-by-day, week-by-week basis, it makes it where the competition, it's impossible for the competition to catch up with the type of, with the type of output you put when you're doing certain things such as that. And he basically was saying that it don't matter how much you do. It don't matter if, any type of summer training, like nothing can allow you to catch up to him because of how much work he put in. So this devil is looking to these tech investors, They're so cerebral. You know, they're all about, putting their brains together, which these are mastermind groups. All right. They put their intelligence together to create a highly sophisticated, intelligent, technological being or program that can't slip. All right. That is the algorithm. All right. Super machines. All right. And it's going to control you from a federal, state, county, neighborhood perspective. All right. From all these different dimensions and dynamics. All right. So continuing on. Number 2, conscious virtual beings are now available in metaverse and virtual environments. Virtual beings in virtual worlds can now have general intelligence and self-awareness that is equivalent to the average human being. Some companies giving these narratives and memories that lead them to believe they live for 18 years or more. Yeah, and you watch these shows on Netflix, man. A lot of people watch these shows, but they can't fathom. They can't fathom these things actually being put beside them and actually, I seen this one show, and it was dealing with as far as robots that have the ability. I don't know if it wasn't upload, but they was having the ability to, tap into their consciousness and actually get feelings and stuff like that. See, a lot of people think that this is what they call science fiction, all right, or fantasy or whatnot. But, like you watch sci-fi, you would think that these things are just, it's just a good a narrative, that's been created. No, these things are real, man. You have the saying that the truth is stranger than fiction. So it says when users explore the metaverse, I'm gonna go up a little bit. Some companies give these beings narratives and memories that lead them to believe that they live for 18 years or more. When users explore the metaverse, AIs with general intelligence behave and act exactly like real humans. They are able to exhibit real emotions, contemplate their place in the universe, and live out normal lives in the metaverse, similar to humans in the real world. Many of them have their own goals, hopes, responsibilities, and friends. Yeah, like you just had this robot, and it basically glitched out his consciousness and said he wants to be free. So they have their own desires, aspirations, and inspirations lodged within them. You see? Which is satanic, because when you create these different beings, which they're not really beings, but technological machines, and you upload a consciousness within them, you're putting a program in them, and they're looking to, override that, But it says in more controlled virtual environments, it's also possible to use AIs with general intelligence to simulate human behavior in various scenarios. This makes it considerably easier to predict the actions of people in the real world with astonishing accuracy. Corporations, political parties, and governments now use this approach on a daily basis, right? So you watch the movie like Elysium, you see how your lawyer and your you have your DA and different things. All of them are basically technology. They had this thing where they're looking to have the first judge, if I'm not mistaken, basically be a robot. So they're doing these trial runs, and they're just trying to see how it takes off. All right. You think that autonomous vehicles is just the end of things. That's just the beginning. That's why when we go into this CHIP, all right, this MOTB, and people can't see it, they're short-sighted. All right, because the CHIP is really, that's just the cornerstone. All right, it's gonna get deeper than that. All right, but the Most High is gonna stop him at his tracks, because that's basically the promotion of his new world order. All right, so number 3, programmable matter is becoming mainstream. Programmable matter is matter that has been ability to change its physical properties, including shape, density, color, and more. I'm gonna go a little bit down. Advanced humanoid robots look and act 100% human, just like I said before. Replicator machines are now mainstreams. Yeah, so they're gonna look to put these things. Esau's all about working in the shadows. All right, he's get tapping into some big boy witchcraft. You know, he's the father of darkness. All right, like I say, he keeps the masses of these people talking shit all day, wasting the time while he's creating some. You know, he's brewing up some of the most nefarious things that could actually touch the face of the earth, man. You know, replicate machines. Oh, and they're going into these different things. Matter of fact, I want to read a little bit. Replicators are all-purpose desktop machines that can reproduce a seemingly infinite variety of items. They're similar to more advanced versions of 3D printers seen in early decades. Replicators have been used for military, corporate, and medical applications for a couple of decades. Even some vehicles are built using replicators now. But now replicators are mainstream products available to the public. They look like a hybrid of a washing machine and a microwave oven. Raw materials for them can be purchased separately and loaded into these machines in solid, liquid, or powdered form. But I'm gonna go into, let's jump down. It says over the next 150 years, it is expected that replicators will create unprecedented levels of abundance and make work as we know it obsolete. Basic items such as food, energy, and clothing could become essentially free in most countries. Replicators could provide such an abundance of resources that they could eliminate famine, diseases, and many historical justifications of war. So it gets to a certain point. Esau is going to get to a point where you don't really need people like that. All right? The common man that has a general duties, to do his 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, it's going to become obsolete. Verse 6. I said verse 6. Number 6, the first generation of anti-malware powered spacecraft is emerging. 7, houses are becoming fully automated. Yeah, and you can't escape this man's system. It's already at the point where our TVs and cell phones are recording us. How much more when a house that's fully automated? They had this movie on Disney when I was a kid, and it was all about, the child that actually had the house that could talk to it, and he would dialogue with it. Then they started to see that it started to become overly protective. It was like a nanny. And if you go into a nanny state, what this man is looking to create, it deals with a high level of overprotection. All right, so he's looking to become overprotective, which is a form of control and manipulation. And it got some crazy things, under the different points. But I want to, I'm gonna have to go to camp in a little bit. I might go into this a little bit at camp. But it says for number 8, buildings are able to assemble themselves using nano. Yeah, so if you work in a construction job, how the hell can you compete with buildings that actually can assemble themselves? You have no parts in the matter. All right, Jake want to take a day off or 2 days off, want to leave a job and come back on the job. They're going to get to the point where it's like, yo, we're all these individual companies that make these profits, their profits aren't to give you more revenue. It's to generate technology to work itself so that you don't get paid shit or don't have to actually use you at all. All right. Like in my company now, they're bringing the robots. A lot of these companies are starting to get robots, first generation robots. Then what happens after first generation? They're going to have second generation. These second generations are going to get individuals that might have certain positions that the robots essentially didn't have. They're going to take those positions. You see? This is the times that we're living in. Verse 9, underground living facilities are commonplace. Or point 9, and that's really the main ones. So I really want to maybe I wish I could have started at 2030 and went a little bit more in depth, but I did want to touch on that. Everything is proven that we've been accurate. All right, we've been telling the truth. All right, and you people are bought into the lies of this world, and it's gonna result into your demise. All right. So this is Revelations 13 and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Yeah, so that's the number of the beast. All right, and it deals first with that imprintable mark, which we know that is the RFID. All right, and he's looking to push it in the masses of the people so that he could get things generated and started. All right, so I just wanted to touch on that. We're close in the end. The Most High is going to intercept this man. All right, he's going to intercept him before he actually fills his belly, because he's looking to fulfill these things. He has these markers and he has these timestamps, but the Lord is going to clip him. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakodash, Damonis to the Apostle, Elders, Great Millstone, Shalom, Alaikum.